Batsman is James Fulton. Unusual run out has taken care of Nathan Astle, ending that magnificent partnership.
Bowling.
And now a test for New Zealand's middle order. Most experienced batsman is gone in this fashion. Deflection onto the stumps. He's backing up too far. And Jayasuriya, who knows the feeling, has effected the run out. Fulton gets off the mark. End of the 29th over of the innings, 170 for 2.
So another look at that record second wicket partnership. In fact, it's the biggest partnership of all. 151 between Nathan Astle and Ross Taylor. Over number 36 is underway, and these two spinners really flying through them. So 200 approaching, and then they'll launch their way towards 300. Taylor, big hit. Everybody watches. On to the grandstand it goes. Lovely stroke. 200 on the board.
Well, there it is, Ross Taylor. He'd had enough of the singles, hadn't he? He decided enough was enough. Dilshan tossed it up. Taylor went down the wicket, swung it through the favoured leg side. He knew he got it as soon as he'd hit it. Onto the grandstand it goes. Dilshan not happy. He'd been tight up until this point. But a big six, it'll dent your bowling figures a little.
Oh, he's got a hold of this one too. That's another one on the grandstand. That's over it. Big over for New Zealand. Taylor hits his second six. 17 off the over.
Nice shot. They've used the sweep very effectively against Murray today. And there's another example of it. Most of the runs off him have come from the sweep shot. Nice boundary to Fulton.
Is Fulton using that long stride, picked up the length so well. And that's really where he made contact and got it just wide of the man who was fielding at short fine.
Caught behind, looking for a cut. Sangakkara takes the catch, and Murray does get a wicket now, just as we were talking about it. Murray picks up the wicket of Fulton, looking for the cut shot. Maybe a ball too close to him. Here it is.
Yes, the one just going the other way, as you would see, playing over it, getting that thin edge, and a good catch in the end by Sangakkara. Never easy to catch those that get the bottom edge. And Fulton goes, well made 24. New Zealand 222 for 3.
Captain for the first two matches, Daniel Vettori, coming in at number 5 for the first time for New Zealand in this position, has opened and also gone number 3 on a few occasions for New Zealand in one-day internationals. Comes in to replace Peter Fulton, with Murray getting his first wicket in his 9th over. Had to wait unusually long for that. A little bit of aggression here from the Sri Lankans, with Jayawardene placing himself at slip. Typical Vettori shot to get off the mark.
Yes, Muralidharan, who had to wait a long time. The ball really staying a little bit low on that occasion, as you would see, getting the under edge. And a good catch in the end by Sangakkara. Stayed low all the while, and that really was the essence of that catch.
Jayasuriya now to Vettori, beats him, and he's going to call for the replay. Steve Davis right away made the signal. Sangakkara stumping quickly. Was his back foot grounded?
Drew him forward, as you would see. There was a drag on that back foot, and Sangakkara had to pick it up slightly wide, probably giving Vettori the edge, enabling him to get in. But was that 2 on the line? Oh, I think he was in. There's no question about that.
Watkin is the Third umpire making the decision. So Evan Watkin has said not out. And he saw what we saw, and it was quite clear. Not all that way back, but a good piece of work by Sangakkara. Really outstanding effort by Ross Taylor to have got within 3 of 100. He only needs 3 more now. But he'll want to get these 3 reasonably quickly because the momentum has just slipped a little bit from New Zealand in the last couple of overs. Yeah, take a deep breath there, Ross.
It is a critical time in the innings, and I'm not quite certain whether Vettori was the right choice at this time of the innings, because they need to make runs a little bit more fluently, and at times I get the feeling that Vettori is a man more for a crisis than when things are going very well for New Zealand.
Yeah, dilemma for New Zealand. Someone like Brendan McCullum at this stage, but he's opened the batting. They're experimenting with him in that position. Out. Hit straight to extra cover. So Vettori goes, hasn't done much. Sri Lanka still pulling things back here. Captain for the match goes 229 for 4. Vas gets a wicket as soon as he comes back.
A clever bowling by Chaminda Vas. He's certainly a man Sri Lanka always look to when they are not in a very good position. Vettori not really been able to push things along on that occasion. A fuller length delivery, slightly slower, gets under it a little bit. Not a good looking shot. Straight to Jayawardene, who doesn't miss many. And Daniel Vettori, he departs 229 for 4.
The name on the back of his shirt and the number suggests it's James Marshall. We take it as read. It could well be Hamish, his identical twin. And that's about the only way you can identify them, by the numbers in the back of their shirts and their names. But here's James Marshall now to face Vas. Big shot for leg before first ball. First ball dismissal. Vas comes back. And New Zealand's innings, which was motoring along so very comfortably, now has just gone into decline. First delivery, James Marshall, leg before.
Yes, gets his head falling slightly, James Marshall, so as a result has to play across the pad, and Chaminda Vas gets the delivery very, very much on target, marginally inside the line, and he's delighted as the umpire's finger goes up on that appeal. So Chaminda Vas wickets in successive deliveries. James Marshall goes without scoring. New Zealand 229 for 5.
Hat-trick delivery. He doesn't get the hat-trick. It would have been a unique hat-trick for Chaminda Vas. He's had more than one in one-day internationals over his long career, but he's never had one involving identical twins, and he won't get one as this ball leg before to James Marshall, and then first of all Vettori in that over. Let's have a look at the wickets in that over. Comfortable catch at extra cover, and then in came James Marshall. We pay attention now to Ross Taylor. Big appeal for leg before, not out. You're not going to get it. He's 97. The tension around the ground. New Zealand struggling all of a sudden out of the blue. 230 for 5.
Sri Lanka just pulling it back dramatically, particularly through Chamindawaz. This was that last delivery.